the long distance portion of your phone bill. And that's how we started ACN. And then we expanded from there as deregulation opened up other opportunities. We went from a long distance phone opportunity to a whole phone bill. And then I remember when we went into a new technology. We were so excited. I couldn't believe it when we finally expanded into pagers. Anybody remember a pager? Pager? I remember someone showing us a pager, and you go, watch this. If you dial a phone and you put in a phone number, it shows up in the pager. And we did it. We said, whoa, can you believe this technology? Where's the world going to go from here? So you know that over the years, opportunity and technology is not even coming close to slowing down. I remember when we went into pagers. I remember when we went into, how many remember when cell phones first came out? And, they started off as like, had to be mounted in your car, or it was like a bag phone. And then remember when technology really got advanced and the wireless phone became a brick phone? How cool was that, right? So technology's moving. So we expanded the services over the year, digital phone service, gas, electric, all these services. And so we expanded over the world, and anywhere we could offer services, that was how ACN got its beginnings. And I remember all of us talking. Once we defined ourselves as that kind of a company, we always wanted to expand into two biggest areas of direct selling. Two biggest areas is personal care and nutrition. Two biggest, all over the world, proven, has been the two biggest things to go into. And we always wanted to go into it. We couldn't do it because we already defined ourselves in the US, Canada, and Europe. Now, as time went on, we wanted to continue our expansion. We went to Australia. Then we wanted to go into Asia. And so Asia was our first country we wanted to go into, but we had to make a decision because the most important regions in the world, the best regions in the world that we wanted to go into, the opportunity of deregulation doesn't allow to market services today. There's just simply not an opportunity yet, and there's simply not enough profit or margin today to go into services. So we made a decision. The first country we went into was Korea, where we mixed up, we led with personal care, and we led with nutrition, and we offered a service on the side that we could do because that's our differentiator. And when we started off in Korea, it was a little slow at first because people weren't used to ACN making this change. But within 24 months, today Korea is the fastest growing country in the world with ACN, marketing the same products that we have here in Mexico. So once everything was proven in Korea, everything was structured in Korea, once it became the fastest growing country in ACN and all over the world because of this, then we made our decision. Now it's time to open Mexico. We've been wanting to go in Mexico for 10 years, and we were waiting for the right time. And once we put together these great products, then we opened up 6 months ago. And just like you saw in Korea, this is the launch of not only Mexico, this is the launch of Latin America. These products are going to allow us to expand all throughout Latin America faster than any other thing we could do. So, what I want you to think about right now today is, this is a very early time in ACN in Mexico. And the bad thing about being early is that you're going to work harder than if you were in a country where everything was established. Because if you're in a country where everything's established, there's meetings everywhere, there's leaders everywhere, there's trainings everywhere, there's presentations everywhere, and it becomes easier to expand and work the business, right? But that's not what happens when you launch a new country. When you launch a new country, just like when we started ACN, you gotta lay the groundwork. You're the ones that are gonna be the leaders to emerge. You are the ones that are going to end up providing the presentations, the trainings, and all the things that's going to build Mexico and all of Latin America. This is the foundation and the beginning. So is it harder? Yes. Are some of you going to step up and work do more than you thought you ever would early on? Yes. See, but guess what? You are going to be the greatest beneficiaries of the largest region of the world we've ever built in ACN. You in this room. I want you to remember what I'm going to say to you now. Every one of you in this room, before you leave, take a picture of this moment. Take a picture of yourself. Take a picture of the people you're with. Take a picture of this meeting room. This is a historic moment in Mexico and ACN. This is history in the making. This is a meeting people will talk about a year from now, 4 years from now, 10 years from now. This is a meeting that's going to be talked about. You are here. It's happening right now. And I want you to know something. History in the making never feels like history in the making. It only feels that way when you talk about the past. This is tomorrow's past. This is the beginning of unbelievable things. Some of you in this room, within a very short period of time, are going to walk this stage as senior vice presidents. Some of you in this room, and you know who you are. The person next to you does not know who you are. You know who you are. In your heart. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter what you did yesterday. It doesn't matter what someone else thinks. All that matters is what you think and what you're going to do. That's all that matters. Because I know the person sitting next to you may not know they're sitting next to a king or a queen. They're sitting next to someone who's going to be an SVP. They're sitting next to someone who's going to change all of Mexico, people's lives. And guess what? I know who you are because I know what it's like to sit in a chair and have the ambition in the heart. And all I ever wanted was an opportunity. You have the opportunity with ACN. We are committed beyond words to Latin America. But we are mostly committed to Mexico. Because we are not going to expand until everyone in this room and the leaders are experiencing great success, great momentum, and you feel good about what you're doing. And when that time comes, then we will expand. And let me tell you this. The first country in a region is the hardest. But guess what? When all the leaders in Mexico are developed, when this area is running efficiently and it's a machine and you're the fastest growing country in ACN, guess what? The rest of the countries are going to be easy because this is your part of the world. This is not someone coming from America over here or Europe or other places that aren't serious. And by the way, those leaders that came from Europe and stayed, and I know they're in this room. I have the greatest respect for the people that came from Spain and other countries in Europe, and they stay here to help people, work with people. They're here because they have a vision for what can be done out here. I'm telling you what, I have more respect for them because of the commitment and the sacrifice that they're making. They came here knowing it's going to be 10 times harder here than if they just stayed in the area of the world where it's easier. They're here. Is that great? Let's give all the people in this room from other countries that are committed a hand. So let me end with this. I want you to know that, today we are here, I think, more for you to understand our intention, so you get to know us a little bit more. We're here today because I want you to know where we came from, but more importantly, what our commitment is for the future. I want you to know that you're going to get information today. Some of you in this room may be brand new, and if you are, welcome to ACN. For those of you that have been around for a while, today it's not possible to go into every detail of every area of training. But I will ask you to do this. We're going to give you the information you need so you can have the belief that you need to start your business. But more importantly, I'm going to ask you, if you're serious about what we're doing, treat this with respect in terms of on your own, in your own time, make sure you're using the services and the products because I want you guys to believe in what you're doing. How many of you love the products that ACN offers in Mexico? Now, use them, love them, believe in them. You have passion. When you have passion and someone looks in your eye, they never doubt you. You have to be a user of the products to be a believer in the products. Use the products. Gain belief. That doesn't mean that when you go out there, you're going to have confidence 100% of the time. You're not. You will doubt yourself. Everyone doubts themselves. It never feels like it's going fast enough. But just know, the day you wake up and you doubt yourself, the day you question whether you will be an SVP, just look in the mirror, smile, and say, perfect. That's exactly how I'm supposed to feel. Get up, go to work, and one day, step by step, you will find yourself at the top of the mountain of success. You will look back. It never felt like it happened fast enough. But one day, you will be there. It will happen for you. And if you say it will, it will. Nothing, no one can stop you. Are you guys ready to be senior vice presidents? Are you ready? I'm going to leave you with this. We are overly committed to Mexico. We have a special place in our hearts for this launch. Okay, and I'm going to tell you that you have no idea how much time and effort we're going to commit our resources to Mexico. Larry Raskin, the one you saw on this stage right now, I don't even know if all of you know his background. Larry was one of the first IBOs in ACN that built a massive organization. His team is so big. I'll give you an example. I told some other people this. If you went to Europe and there was a big convention in ACN in Europe, and just imagine you walk in and there's like 16,000 people, okay? 90% of those people are in Larry's team. That's how big his business is. Why am I telling you this? Because Larry made a personal commitment. Listen to this. He is going to spend 100% of his time, 100% of his time, focusing on working with and helping Mexico. Anyone who needs help, wants to learn more, that's what he's going to do. His job is to help you guys become the #1 fastest growing country in all of the world with ACN. And he is obviously very competitive. He never loses.